Okay, so we had some sound problems. I'm editing this video and adding voice. Basically, here I'm showing you how to add a picture to the site. It's really simple. You click on media, then add new, and then you can literally drag and drop the picture into the site. And I'm going to show you actually doing that with a random advertisement picture I have. So we just drag it in, drop it, it uploads it. It should optimize it, but I'm going to show you quickly how to optimize it. Now this is how another method to upload that you're probably familiar with. And then once it's uploaded, you can come in here and click on bulk optimize and then scan for images. Scan for unoptimized images, and then it'll give you an optimized option. So it keeps it really straightforward and simple. So the next thing we're going to look at, we're going to actually show you how to edit the site. Now I'm showing you here, I've uploaded the template, but I haven't made any changes. So what we can do is come in here and click on enable visual editor, which I'll do in a minute here. I'm explaining that all this is dummy text and dummy reviews and stuff that's fake. The house part is real because I did make a couple of changes in another video that was also a failure. So anyways, I've clicked on enable visual editor, and the first thing I'm going to actually do is come in and hide all of these sections that we're not ready to edit or show yet. So you can actually just come in, open up the settings section, and then you have disable on, and you just disable it on every device. So once that part's done, we can come in back to our work section. Now I could have just overwritten the current one, but I wanted to show you could duplicate these rows really easily. Then we re-enable it and we start making our changes. Now I had some issues with my mouse, and I don't know why it's been doing this, but the last couple of times it's not letting me select easily. I figured it out by holding the shift button. I don't know if you'd have to do something like that, but it's almost comical how ridiculous it is. So once we get that changed, we can change our text to contact us. And then the important part to show here, the important thing, is that it's all editable from the front end. So we can actually just select the text and copy and paste. And then you also have the Backend Editor as well. But I'm going to show you some different tricks here really quick. For instance, like I want to get rid of this button, which I didn't mean to click on. I can just open up the dialog box and delete the button. Then I can scroll down and see a regular, probably what you're used to seeing, field editor for all the text and such. But if I don't want to use that, I can come back out to the front end, select all the text I want to change, and then use the pop-ups. Okay, so we can make those changes, then come into our field and change things also. So I deleted some text from there. Click on the cogwheels for each picture you want to change out. Now, ideally, these would be similar, what am I trying to say, height, so that they all come out looking the same. But this is going to be fine for now for what we're doing, especially since I'm really assuming these will be changed out rather quickly. So now you can see what that looks like. There I was explaining about the heights. You want them all the same height, so it looks good. Then you click your purple wheel, you click save. Once you've done that, now it should zoom out for us here. There it is. You click exit visual builder. So all of those changes we made were saved, and you can see all the sections were hidden. And I'll show you in a second here. They're still there, but you can only see them when you're editing the whole page. And then this section I'm explaining, I have to build you a footer, and the footer will carry across to all the pages you create. So that will make it easy. Enable visual editor again to show you that that stuff is still there. And I explained that you can change these things out. So for instance, you could make this your service list. You can make that your main tagline. Sorry about that. I still recommend that you have different pages for each thing. So you'd have a roofing page, or roof coating page. And here, I just simply try the different pictures and see how they look. Like, for instance, this one doesn't really work that well because it's got text on it. So we dropped that one. This one doesn't work as well because it's not very good quality. And the overlay I'm using makes it look worse. Finally settle on an action picture of sorts where we've got several guys doing different things. And actually, I think I'll go back and probably make this parallax. So as you're scrolling, you see more of it. But you can see it looks pretty decent. There's guys doing things. You can tell that it's roof coatings. So the next thing I'm going to do is change out the text and say we coat roofs, and then change out the text below that, and then put a border around it, because one of the things we run into is we can't read this text as easily with that particular background picture. This might take a minute here while I figure out my changes. So I'm trying to get that settings dialog box up, and I had to click out of the area and then come back to it. And I don't know if that's a browser thing. It only started doing that in the last couple of days. So now this takes me a minute because the setting I'm expecting to see, I don't see. Okay, had a momentary distraction. But like I was saying, I was looking for a setting that isn't with this particular module. It needs to be added via CSS. So this part gets a little boring. But basically, I'm just going to add a background image behind the text as an easy, quick fix to show or highlight the text so it's easier to read. This takes a minute here. Then typically you want to try and pick a picture that is relevant and also dark enough. We end up landing on the roof shingles after I finally see it. And there we go. Now I can go back in and shrink that down because it's kind of wide, a lot wider than it needs to be. Also go ahead and change the text at the bottom. And remember, this is more about me showing you some of the possibilities rather than it is saying this is the design that I like and we're running with, because this is thrown together. I mean, literally, this is like a 5-minute video, so this is thrown together in 5 minutes. So talk about how you can change out these sections and what they could say. Same for the next section. You might put in something instead of why we do it, like our mission or our services, so on and so forth. It's a little easier to make these videos, live action, or if you have a script, but it's not how I'm doing it, so. Anyways, we save the page, we click Exit Visual Builder, and then we get to see the final results. Now, I'll show you this, but I go in and edit the footer, and I do that in another section of the website because it's a universal edit. So once I make those changes, it's going to go across every single page. I think that's it. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. Maybe cut a minute or two off of this. So that's it. I'll talk to you later.